very warm good evening to you and welcome to Sunday Live right here on SABC 1. I am your host, Tumelo Mututwani. Well, the Umkhosi Womhlanga, also known as the Zulu Reed Dance, is an annual event that is hosted by King Goodwill Zwelithini at his Enyokeni Royal Palace in kwaNongoma. Now, every September, more than 30,000 maidens from various communities in the country take part in the event, where older women promote purity among virgin girls and teach them to respect their bodies. But meanwhile, States SA has released figures revealing that 99,000 girls fell pregnant in the year 2013 alone. And many who support virginity testing say that it is a solution to addressing teenage pregnancy. But according to policymakers, the cultural practice violates young girls' privacy and it exposes them to sexual violence. Well, our poll question to you this evening is virginity testing a viable method to fighting teenage pregnancy? Now, you can join our conversation on social media. Go to our Facebook page. We are Sunday Live on SABC 1. You can tweet at Sunday Live SABC 1 or tweet me personally at T_Mututwani. And don't forget to hashtag Sunday Live SA. And of course, SMS yes or no to the number 34065. Now, in our Durban studios, we are joined by our guest, Her Royal Highness Princess Nandi Zulu, as well as Her Royal Highness Princess Lile Zulu, who will be joining us a little bit later on in the show. Of course, they're both from the Zulu Royal House and who are King Goodwill Zwelithini's daughters. We're also joined in our Johannesburg studios by Commissioner Lula Manare from the Commission for Gender Equality, as well as a studio audience who are here to engage with us on our topic. Thank you so much for joining us and a very warm welcome to you, Lula.
Thank you so much.
Now, Commissioner, we are talking about the annual Zulu Reed Dance that takes place in the country, where young girls, of course, young virgins, young maiden girls are sort of like taught lessons from the older generation, how to take care of their bodies, how to take care of themselves. But what does the Commission think about this traditional cultural practice that dates back to centuries ago?
I think as a Gender Commission, we welcome any initiative by different communities on addressing issues of abstinence. But we remain concerned about issues of how this culture and tradition has evolved over time. One of the questions that we want to relate to is actually to find out whether their right to their privacy, how has that been addressed, and two, also, how old are the girls who actually go to the Reed dance, because part of the act is that it must be 16 and above. And as a Gender Commission, we have seen that there are girls who are younger than 16 who are participating in Umhlanga. And what we are asking, I mean, the culturalist, how is it that they will allow younger girls who are younger than 16 to be part of Umhlanga when the act clearly is protecting girls who are younger than 16. But we, as the Gender Commission, also acknowledge that young women are actually allowed by the Constitution to fully participate in their cultural life. So, uba ngaba umntwana oyintombi ufuna ukuba yipati yomhlanga, i-Constitution ye-country iyamvumela ukuba ngaba abe yingxenye yayo. Kodwa izinto esiziphakamisayo thina simele abantu abangomama nabangotata amalungelo abo. One of the things is that funeka sijonge ukuba ngaba ithini na i-age, uthini umgaqo-siseko.
All right, Commissioner. Well, let's cross to our Durban studios, where I understand that Her Royal Highness Princess Nandi Zulu is standing by, of course, to engage with us. I think more so to make us understand what the Umkhosi Womhlanga really means. Princess Nandi, thank you so much for joining us right here on Sunday Live. Truly an honor to be joined by yourself. What does the Umkhosi Womhlanga represent, and what is the Zulu Reed Dance significance in the country?
Good evening to the viewers. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
you,
Princess Nandi. Good evening to the
viewers. Okay, good evening to the viewers at home, and thank you very much for having me. Umkhosi Womhlanga is an old practice that has been revived by His Majesty the King Goodwill Zwelithini, and it is a cultural practice where young girls show pride and and want to participate, especially when it comes to virginity testing. So when they take the reeds to the king, they're showing their sign of respect.
And Her Royal Highness, I suppose, you know, when I engaged with the commissioner, one of the concerns that she highlighted is age, is the fact that according to the constitution, girls over, girls 16 and older can participate and not younger. Is this the case with the Zulu reed dance?
I do not think that should be the case. Ngoba in Zulu makukhulunywa kuthiwa lugotsha lusemanzi, kukhulunywa ngokuthi ingane kufanele ifundiswe isencane ukuthi kufuneke ziphathe kanjani. Manje mase iqala eminyakeni e16 lo muntu usuke esengena esigabeni sokuba i-teenager. Kodwa if umuntu uqala umfundisa esemncane azi ukuthi ukuyiphatha komuntu wesifazane kunjani, ngicabanga ukuthi lokho into okufuneka siyigqugquzele siyisizwe nje samaZulu nezinye nje izizwe zase-Afrika.
And Princess Nandi, if young girls are participating in the Zulu reed dance, do you get consent from the parents? Do you talk to the parents so that at least they are aware before the young girls participate? Or mhlambe, is it a situation where any girl can participate without abazali knowing about it?
You know, emakhaya nasey'godini kunama-structures amisiwe where amakhansela ey'nduna namakhosi nabazali uqobo mhlampe namasonto begqugquzela iy'ngane ukuthi zihlolwe. Kodwa-ke njengoba ngichaza ayikho ingane ephoqiwe ukuthi ihlole, kodwa ngokwey'ndawo zey'godi nasey'ndaweni lapho abantu abahlala khona kuyaye kube yinto enhle ukuthi ingane zibe yingxenye yento ezozakha. So mangabe sekufuneka ihambe zemhlangeni ingane suke sezazi ukuthi sihloliwe unyaka wonke, sahamba imicimbi le ehanjayo sayilungiselela sayilungiselela nokuhlabelela ukuthi bazosina kanjani. So yonke leyo nto le abazali bayaba ingxenye yayo ngoba nabo ubuhlalo ukuthi kufuneka ingane yithengelwe izinto mangabe ihamba zemhlangeni, abazali abasuke bekhipha imali. So abazali ibona abayinikayo ingane imvume zokuthi ihambe, futhi awugibeli ebhasini uhamba uthi emhlangeni abazali bakho bengazi, ngoba you actually given a sent off by i-community ukuthi hayi sekuyahanjwa manje abazali bahlangane nomphakathi kukhulekwe ingane icelelwe indlela ukuthi ihambe zemhlangeni. So abazali bayingxenye yokuthi ingane ziyahlolwa bese zihamba zemhlangeni ngokuthi bona bayevumela ukuthi ihambe. Ayikho ingane egibela ebhasini ihambe inganikezwanga imvume.
Okay, we're going to continue with our conversation after the break. You watch this Sunday Live. We'll be right back. Oh, okay. Just, you can even ask him, is she aware that she's coming back after the break?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. So so the other sister is coming.
She's coming for the
Last segment. Okay. Welcome back. You're watching Sunday Live right here on SABC 1. We are talking about virginity testing, and if you and I feel that it's still a viable method in terms of curbing teenage pregnancy in the country, remember to SMS yes or no to this poll question and continue taking this conversation even further on our social media pages. For now, I'm going to hand over to our audience members just to hear more views from them regarding our topic. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening. Mara, is there anyone who would like to perhaps comment or ask a question?
Yebo. Asinoma ngiyazwakala. Unomusa okhulumayo wakaMaseko oganele kwaDlongolo. Ngi-3rd year student from Evate. Sinezulu Society Evate emele izinto eziphathelene namasiko ngenza unyaka wesithathu. Okokuqala ngizoqala ngibuze kusisilula manje noma sisilula. Yebo. Ngiyezwa bayakhuluma bathi ukuyohlolwa kuyeke kubhekeka ukuthi fanele kuqale mhlambe umntwana mangabe seneminyaka o16 elami lithi kungani mangabe kuziwa emasikweni ethu kumele kuqalwe mangabe se umntwana eneminyaka o16 kodwa kwiconstitution kubhaliwe phansi ukuthi abantwana bamantombazana bangaya eclinic bayozivikela ukuthi bengathola abantwana beneminyaka ewu12 bavumelekile ukuthi bangasebenzisa isivikeli esifana namakhondom bayafundiswa ngazo beneminyaka u12 kodwa mangabe sekuziwa esikweni lethu esihloniphayo fanele silinde size sibe na16 angikuzwisisi kahle lokho mina ngowami umbono njengoba usisinande eshilo wathi ligotshwa semanzi kumele siqale sisesebancane isiko lethu mahlonishwe iconstitution mayikibuyele emuva ike iyobheka amasiko ethu thina abantu abamnyama noma awethu Africans mangabe okwesilungu kuvumelekile ukuthi kuqaliswa abantwana beneminyaka u12 nokwesiko lwethu kunelungelo lokuthi qale ukusebenza izingane zihlolwe zineminyaka u12 futhi ngiyahambisana nakho ukuthi izingane zihlolwe ngoba okokuqala nje mangabe uyintombazane kumele uhlolwe isithunzi sakho mangabe sekufika isikhathi sokuthi uye emendweni ayikho into ebalekile njengokuthi ufike emendweni uhlonipheke.
All right.
Ngiyabonga.
All right, thank you so much, Sisi. Is there anyone else who would like to comment or ask a question? Anyone? All right, let me take it back to you, Sis Luma. There's a question there asked for you.
Amalungelo omama alapha eMzantsi Afrika avumela wonke umuntu ukuba ngaba apractice isiko lakhe nesithethe sakhe kodwa ukhona umthetho okhusela abantwana Children's Act and the Children's Act is very specific about who can actually participate in cultural practices and it's children who are 16 and above and that is the act and I think for me okwesibini kukuba ngaba sithi ngokwesithethe sethu sizama ukuthi kuxhomekeke ezintombini ukuba ngaba isizwe sime xhomekeke idignity yontombazana ixhomekeke ukubana ahlolwe and I think that in its own is an issue of struggle for women and young women abantu bebonke bedibene intombi nabafana babalekile esizweni and therefore both of them they must be checked ukuba ngaba iculture yethu iyahambelana nomgaqo siseko ithi masingajongi kuphela ukuziphatha kwabantwana abangamantombazana masijonge nokuziphatha kwabantwana abangabafana ekuhlaleni ngoba umntana oyintombazana akazenzi abe pregnant umntana oyintombazana akaziphumeli abe lusi nje estratweni there is a partner that is making that child loose
So what about the boy
and that
child?
is the boy child.
All right, any more questions or comments in the audience?
Umkholisi from Wits. I just want to comment on what Umama has stated. Yes, in the society we have amantombazana and we also have young men, and I think in KZN that issue has been like bypegile by introducing the circumcision for young men because it's impossible to check ukuthi insizwa kuse insizwa vele. So that's the only way that they have that was initiated by
All right, I
Ubaba
got your point. I
uGoodwill.
got your point. Let's take it back to Princess Nandi, who's in Durban. Princess Nandi, very important questions asked and reiterated about the fact that, you know, pregnancy, teenage pregnancy is not just a girl child's problem. There's the boy child who's involved. And as the Zulu royal house, who has so much influence in the Zulu culture, what are you doing with the boy child?
Thank you, Sissy. I think the king, as the initiator of this cultural practice, I think it's on his honest as well ukuthi angabheki amantombazane kuphela. Kukhona okwenziwayo okwesiko labesilisa njengoba esechazile nje ubhutili wasevethu ukuthi isiko lokusokwa kodwa futhi isilo khona futhi esikwenzayo ngazo izinsizwa ekuthenini kube khona ezifundiswa khona nasekuyiphatheni ngoba angeke vele sikwazi ukuthi sigxile kakhulu ebantwini besifazane singagxili kakhulu ebantwini besilisa kodwa ke ngoba vele umuntu esifazane umuntu oshesha ukubamba izinto kubalekile ukuthi sigxile futhi nakhona kubo ngoba abantu besilisa hayi ukuthi ngoba nakho beslowini kodwa nje izinto eziningi zabo ziza kamuva isikhathi esiningi angazi noma ngiyezwakala yini kodwa yikho ngisho nje ngithi umuntu esifazane yena okwazi ukubamba izinto as ene strength so ikhona isiko lokweshwama eliqalwe isilo eminyakeni edlule la ukukhulunywa namadoda angazi ukuthi ukukhulunywani angikwazi ukugxila kakhulu kukho kodwa ke kukhulunywa nje izinto zababesilisa zamadoda.
Thank you so much, Her Royal Highness Princess Nandi Zulu, for joining us in our Durban studios. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're joined by Princess Nandi's sister, and that's Her Royal Highness Princess Mukelile Zulu as well, one of King Zwelithini's daughters, just to engage further in this conversation. We'll be right back. Can we get at least two girls to speak, ne? Like something, a comment and a short, brief. Only the ones who went. Okay, well, two who've been through the reed dance, who they've participated or know about the reed dance. By the cultural clothes. Can we get comment, Nyan? From two of them, please. Camera one? You can't come close because of this camera, right? If you can't, it's okay, because I feel like you're a bit far. But if you can't, don't. Welcome back to Sunday Live. We're asking you the question, is virginity testing a viable method to curb teenage pregnancy? Well, you can vote yes or no. And we're going to have our poll results a little bit later on during the show before we close off, just to see what your views are on tonight's topic. But let's take it back to our audience members. Ma, I understand. Oh, it's a lady now who wants to ask a question. Or is it Mami? Let's start with Uma, out of respect.
Umama okhulumayo uNeswaka Shamase ngise Orange Farm. Kusho ukuthi la eminyakeni esho sisilulama njengoba usisi yawaphendula uNomsa amadoda ase rape abantwana bakhipha iphampasi asinayo iminyaka yakhona ukuthi umntana ezazojoyina angene ahlolwe ukuye emhlangeni ngoba uzolahleka uma emncane kakhulu abantu baningi lapho samoshwa wathi iHIV and AIDS iyelapheka umulale nomntwana omncane naye kwayibeka kubonayo kodwa akusizanga ngoba kuyandisa ukuthi ku ratio abantwana bese kuthi ebafaneni abafana bana indlela yakhona abafana bahlolo banendlela ababhekwa ngayo ngishehamba nje uyakhona kumbona hayi lokhu ko because ukuthi uzolala kusifuna private parts no njengoba eseshilo uPrincess Nandi ukuthi nomkhosi wokweshwama nathi la eGauteng siyabaqoqa.
All right, ma. Thank you so much.
Abafana kube sinabo nabo.
Siyabonga, ma. Thank you so much. Yes, young lady.
Sanibonani, igama lami uNondumiso waThusini na 22 qhamuke nquthu and then ngijoin igroup kaMzukulu Imbabazane cultural group. Into emine ngifuna ukuyisho ukuthi idignity nokuthi bas violate iprivacy yethu angiboni ngathi kuyiqiniso lokho moya uyohlola uyitshitshi uyayela wena ayikho umuntu okuphoqayo and mofika laphana ayikho indlela mhlawumbe abakulimaza ngayo noma mhlawumbe abakwenza ukuthi ufile ngazathi manje awukho uncomfortable. So into engifuna ukuyisho ukuthi mozizwa wena ukuthi ufuna ukuba yitshi ufuna ukuba yitshi elihlolwa elihamba umhlanga uzokwazi ukuthi uxhumane nabantu abadala baxhumane nabantu abasizayo.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take it back to Durban. We understand Her Royal Highness Princess Mukelile Zulu is standing by, of course, to engage with us. Thank you so much, Princess, for staying on the line. We wanted to know what safety measures are in place because there's so much concerns coming from also the Commissioner regarding the safety measures of the young girls, especially if you involve young girls below the age of 16. What safety measures are there in place to ensure that even transportation to the Reed dance is safe? We do know, Swaziland, we unfortunately lost more than 38 young girls who passed away on their way to the Reed dance. Even last year, there was an accident with the young girls on their way to the Zulu Reed dance. What safety measures are in place, and does virginity testing really curb teenage pregnancy?
Good evening and good evening. Thank you very much for the opportunity to have you on, for you to have me on your show. Okubalekile ngasohlangothini lokuthi abantu bephile kube so noqiniseleka ukuthi baphephile emkhosini womhlanga. From the perspective of transportation, I cannot actually answer that because I'm not the person that actually answers for that. I cannot account for that because there are safety measures in terms of the safety of the girls at Umkhosi Womhlanga upon arrival. But the logistics or the way that the people are to travel and the buses, those things are checked by the Department of Arts and Culture. And there's a process that has been put in place with regards to if a bus or any form of transportation that is going to be taking the girls to Umkhosi Womhlanga Enyokeni qualifies or is conducive to carry or transport the girls to Umkhosi Womhlanga.
Alrighty then, let me take it back to you, Commissioner Lulama. Just way forward because we're running out of time. What is the relationship now moving forward with cultural leaders in ensuring that, you know, young girls are not exploited, young girls are actually safe and no human right is violated?
I think one of the things that we do as the Gender Commission, we have a direct relationship Nenkos, and we know what they are saying and putting forward. And we also wish to say that the Gender Commission cannot be against cultural practice, but as a Gender Commission, we will always raise izinto zamalungelo amantombi namalungelo abantwana abangamantombazane. Kumsebenzi wethu kuba ngaba siyijonge lonto leyo. And umntana ona 22 oya kumhlangeni is at a rightful age to go there. Nguye ozivumelayo obeka aside dignity yakhe ne-privacy yakhe uzenzela isigqibo. Kodwa umntana ona 10 years nomntana ona 11 years, it still remains a concern for a gender commission.
Alrighty then. Well, let's take a look at your poll results. We asked you the question, do you think virginity testing is a viable method in curbing teenage pregnancy? Well, 75% of our voters voted yes, it is. And only 25% of the voters voted no. Well, unfortunately, this is how we come to the end of our program right here on Sunday Live. I wish we had more time just to get into the core of this issue. But thank you so much to our guests this evening, Her Royal Highness Princess Nandi Zulu, Her Royal Highness Princess Mukelile Zulu, for joining us in Durban, in our Durban studios. They are from the Zulu Royal House, and they are, of course, King Zwelithini, Goodwill Zwelithini's daughters. Thank you so much to you, Commissioner Lulama Nare from the Commission for Gender Equality. And thank you so much to our gorgeous ladies for joining us today, dressed for me in their Zulu attire. I am jealous. I'm leaving with those clothes, but thank you so much for joining us. Abo Mama, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And thanks to you for joining us right here on Sunday Live. I wish we had more time. I apologize. Next time we'll delve into it a bit more. But from myself, Tumelo Mototwane, until next time, good night.